Welcome back to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Industrial Metaverse. Now episode 4. I just to do a little introduction. I thought I'd share a few comments from my LinkedIn contacts. Nice, Nandu. Thanks for joining. I've already included you in the session. So because Nandu is also virtual reality and industrial metaverse enthusiast, and is all excited, as you can see, as well. Franz Wekover, old virtual reality expert, was also pretty excited about it. But as well, Christoph Runde, another guy from the Virtual Reality Competence Center in Stuttgart, says, "Okay, oh, what a crap!" Basically, it's the bad things of both worlds. So I thought we just look into the video, and I think I'd comment a little. Hello, Christopher. Great. So I'll change to the video. I hope it works. Let's see. That's the video.
It's already been a big.
And this is. There we go. So here is the video.
Day.
And
we do have
Tim Cook does the usual thing. One more thing. We've got the next exciting thing. They worked a long time. And as Steve Jobs did it with the iPhone, with the iPad, and it's for them, it's their next big thing. And they targeted as an AR platform. It's but I guess it's a mixed reality device. So maybe you all have seen it. Here is it how it looks. Some sensors in the front, nice design, style. Okay. Yeah, just skip a little forward. You can watch for yourself as well. But here, this crown thing is pretty important. You can switch between augmented and immersive mode, quite frictionless. There we go. So one thing also, you see it's kind of a video see-through in both directions. Actually, the Vision Pro. So they just dive into the scene and says, okay, new kind of environment, and we instantly see their idea of spatial computing, and I think that's the essential part and new thing. They integrate their iOS elements, and as you can see here, you don't have a controller, you just have your gesture. And that's something which highlights, I think, their vision, and I think it's really interesting because they really position it as a spatial computing device. So you put your elements, in this case 2D application views, in your 3D environment, and they are anchored in the environment. And I think as far as I can see that they did it pretty well.
Anywhere and make them any size you want. Capture photos
and you can use your photos and everything like in in your normal environment. And as they show here, I think this change between augmentation and immersion, I think it's really neatly solved.
That Vision Pro blends digital content into the space around us.
And throw in comments in the chat if you have some remarks or want me to talk about something special.
Spatial computing.
And he says, yeah, it's spatial computing, and I think it's just great positioned for that.
To tell you about the experience of using Vision Pro, here's Alan.
Yeah, thank you, Nando. Let's scroll a little. So he says now displays the user interface, and I think it's quite nicely done. The user interface elements, they throw shadows to the real environment, and I mean, yeah, it's Apple style integration, I'd say. You know, you can move them, and as you would. And if you have, you need more space, you just put it all over your environment. As well as you can integrate like 2D and 3D. Here, an example for 3D, and they also like blend between the real environment, the virtual environment, and this is pretty seamless.
They can grow beyond the dimensions of your physical room with environment.
See, that's also I think nicely done. That you have this blending between virtual space and real. And this, as I mentioned, this is this crown dial where you can you've got this knob and turn it to change.
Use these beautiful landscapes to focus, reduce clutter in busy spaces, or as an inspiring new view. Every major Apple platform was driven by an innovative new input model. Mac.
Let's go a little more. And here he talks about the eye tracking, and I think this together with the gesture is just a very important element to be a game changer, as opposed to pointing a controller or something. Right. From what I heard,
And the entire experience is made better with voice. With Vision Pro, you can look at a search field and just start dictating. Voice
right.
has never been this seamless. And with Siri, you can quickly.
I'm also presenting a list. Thank you, Christopher. A list also including this video you mentioned in just.
Was that you're never isolated from the people around you. You can see them, and they can see you. Your eyes are a critical.
Yeah, exactly. It's the generation 0. What you see here is this.
This breakthrough innovation is called.
This OLED, it's an OLED display in the front, and the display is basically your scanned face. Before you have to scan your face, and it from the eye tracking inside it generates the view as you would look. That's might be a little creepy as well, but seems to work pretty nice. Yeah.
Called eyesight.
Eyesight, it's called. Yeah.
Not only does eyesight reveal your eyes, it provides important cues to others about what you're focused on.
And it's also a nice thing, I think, to show if you're just immersed or if you have. Now this is this is how it looks like when you're immersed in. And you don't see the environment. And if you're in augmented reality mode, you see basically the eyes again.
But even if you are fully immersed, Apple Vision Pro helps you stay connected to those around you. When someone is nearby, they will appear in your view.
See, and here again, this
Reveal your eyes
smooth
to them.
blend between
The spatial experience
virtual and
Vision Pro seamlessly
real
blend the
environment.
virtual and physical worlds, transforming what's possible. Whether at home or at work, it unlocks magical.
Every day.
Well, a little more.
This
Now
is
they
what you see with Vision Pro. Your
also
entire world
display
is a canvas for apps.
the working environment, and I think that's for an industrial use case, for factory planning and things like that, where you have a lot of 2D information with KPIs and real-time info and 3D elements. I think you can use this really well to create like a control center or a work environment for 2D and 3D in factory planning.
Or place them above, below, or to the sides of other apps. Like here.
Yeah, and due to the high resolution, I think it's what they tell us, and the text is really well readable. So I haven't tried myself yet, but here here you see the integration of a 3D element as well. And what I find very interesting is that it's everything, like the 3D elements are based on universal scene description, so USD, and that's I think a big point to consider this, because USD is also the base of Omniverse, and it's a free format, and you can like put everything into it. Also, thank you, Christopher, and Nando, for your comments. Vision Pro Slam. I don't how accurate it is. I don't know. I've got a link with the specs just later on, and also some reviews. Thank you for your contributions.
Just as if it was there in front of
See
you.
the shadow also in the environment, and
Because you can
that's
see the world
neatly
clearly
integrated.
while wearing Vision Pro.
I'll skip a little more. You see, it's also
For whatever you're doing and multitask.
using the hands with occlusion,
You can review your to-do list
and
notes, research,
lots of
trips to Safari,
interesting use cases.
set
I think
plans with
in
friends
our
and
domain,
messages,
like
all
industrial
while listening to your
use
favorite
cases,
playlist
thinkable
in
as well.
Appfit and portable for when you're working remote. Vision Pro
So let's skip a little more. This is the Teams call, or you can. This is in a private environment, but also
powerful for so many
some
activities,
collaborative
like reviewing a
use cases. I
presentation,
think
sharing
makes
photos and
sense.
videos.
The power of spatial computing to so many of the things you do. Is your
Let's
room or zoom in.
scroll a little more.
Closer.
Here they talk about the 3D imaging and placing placing inside your environment. I mean, that's very used for. You can do that as well with other headsets.
Pro is Apple's first 3D camera.
Here, that's an important point. I think the 3D recording, so you can do 3D videos and images, as they say, and replay them. And I think that's also an application where we can go around our factory environment and scan quickly things, for example. I'd say.
It's easy to
That's a little creepy. Probably sitting at the children's birthday with such a goggle. But I mean, it's the first generation and illustrates the use case, I'd say, to have volumetric video. Also, this could be interesting with neural radiance field representations, probably.
Much more. With a spatial cinema that
Let's skip a little more. Yeah, well, let's see, education. I mean, yeah.
Use your AirPods, sit back,
Also,
dial in an environment,
the plane,
and you can
sure.
Envision Pro 3D move back into a prehistoric time.
Anything here? A nice use case of 2D and 3D integration. So the dinosaur could step out the screen. That's so. I have to look a little at the time. Let's skip a little more. Sure, Disney, they have nice entertainment links. And here, I think also it's an interesting use case. You see the video of the sports arena, and you have like the 3D representation augmented to your environment, and like this connection between different 2D, 3D, and bringing all to life together in one environment. I think that's a good approach.
Or be part of the action like never before.
Storytelling, amazing things, Disney.
We get the chance
Amazing,
to
yeah.
define an
The design, well, yeah, it's Apple style. It's they say it's a little heavy, so and they already have stripped out the battery case. So I think this is also some point of improvement. I'll skip a little more. Yes, they set this crown dial, battery pack.
And of course,
And they've got a high resolution, 23 megapixels. I'll show the sheet. See. And this makes it very good to read text as well. Sound is also good. And here you see the sensors. Here, what I think is nice, they've got LiDAR and true depth sensors. True depth is what you also have on the iPhone. I think there are a lot of I think it should be pretty accurate and interesting use cases to get your environment and do like scanning.
A high performance convince from these sensors and run virtual.
They've got their chip. It's very efficient, and they've got quite lots of compute power on this device, which leads to a very low latency. What I've heard.
That's 8 times faster than the blink of an eye.
What's my opinion? Yes, I think they just this visionOS. It's their operating system, and I think this is the game-changing thing, because you've got this whole this concept of a holistic spatial computing environment containing traditional 2D interface elements combined with 3D content, and this in one environment, and with the thought of a spatial computing environment. I think Apple does a real good job to bring this all together, and also educate the developers with, as I show in a minute, how to actually write applications which use this space. And this is the next step in user experience, in my opinion, because right now you just have basically the virtual reality environment or your 2D desktop environment do stuff and change between. them, but not everything like really together.
Spatial experiences
Um,
can take many forms
I have to
and can include
see
3D objects
what's
that
in the
look
chat.
and
What did
feel
you write?
real.
There's one
We've given a few
screen.
developers an early look at
Production
Vision
is
Pro to see
shown.
what they could do, and they
Yes,
made
yes.
four
Here, yeah.
manufacturing
You've been talking about that.
that are
Let's
truly
stop a little there.
Complete hard X
Well, yeah, it's basically the integration of 3D elements in your environment and augmenting it with elements. Here you can see and this was it. What we just saw was an overlay of a simulation, airflow. Here we've got our machinery in the environment, in the real environment. You can see use cases like we do it with the HoloLens as well. I'll talk about that in a minute. What can we the scene prescription glasses? Yes, you need prescription glasses. Sorry, if I miss some comments. I heard the prescription glasses are like few $100 in an addition to the display. But yeah, cost is, I mean, it's expensive. It's $3,500. But yeah, I think for early adopters and developers, I think it's okay. I would buy one.
ETC to review and approve a new production line.
Now let's skip a little more.
Like Adobe Lightroom on a massive screen.
These are some examples of applications already ported, and I think it's really interesting how they do this transition between 2D and like the spatial computing environment.
Compatible iPad and iPhone app.
Class rendering of
yeah, and we'll leave that because time is also almost up. The optic ID and then these sensors, other sensors in the device. Yeah, so spatial computing and I think a nice presentation. Let's switch over to what I said, the links again to my screen. I hope. There we go. So what I wanted to show is this link collection. Here, for example, where is it? We've got the specs, and what I think is like interesting. Yeah, this 23 million pixels, which probably makes it easy to read text as well, and which is very important for these spatial computing work environment things. LiDAR and true depth sensors, I've said that, and we'll share the links. You can look for yourself, right? And here, this is the thing. Yeah, I'm excited the most. It's this visionOS and the user interface and user experience hints and yeah, education design for visionOS. It's not only for I think generally not for visionOS, but in general, how do we create working environments with 2D and 3D integrated in our normal environment, yeah, everybody like interested in this should have a look how to do that, right? Yeah, there are lots of different materials how to design things, and for example here, yeah. Where to put user interface elements and for these different use cases, and I think it's really well done, and it's I'll dive into that as well even more. As I mentioned, USD is a part of this for 3D integration, and so this is really interesting because these guys they don't only use this as a 3D description, but they also link it with Swift UI elements, with user interface elements, which then comes from the operating system kind of. And I think this is really a nice way of integrating things, right? You can have a look for yourself, but yeah, I think this is really also kind of a game-changing element. I've also linked another hands-on review. Thank you, Caro, for that. You can have a look. He had it on, right? I'll also put the link of you, Christopher. You shared to that as well. Thanks a lot. Right. And last not least, the last minutes I wanted to use to display some use cases where I think and one criticism of Mr. Runge in the start was that it doesn't replace it's not a real augmented reality device because, well, it's just video pass through and no direct optical see-through augmented reality device. So this is true, but we have to look onto the use cases where HoloLens is used. And here I've got an example of Ford. As you see here, they're using it to do like design reviews and put some augmentation over the real product. And this is something I think it's not security relevant. You can use it with video see-through, same without losing anything. Here there is another use case, remote support, which is also the HoloLens is used most from my understanding. This is something, you probably still need this direct optical see-through for security reasons. Here, for example, she says, okay, how does it work? And she calls the expert, has the HoloLens on, and the expert can show what to do, where, and does the augmentation. So I think this is a use case. I'd probably wait for the next iteration of the Vision Pro or some real videos, optical see-through glasses. See here. And a virtual reality use case here, the HoloGlide tool, nice tool in virtual reality for workplace setup and stuff like that. I think that's a very here also a nice use case for the Vision Pro, because you've got like the 2D elements combined with 3D environment, and that would be something I would see that as well. So unfortunately, the time is already up again. I hope I have answered. Thanks for your lots of questions, and if you're interested, I really would like to integrate you guys into the live stream so we could chat and talk to each other. If you're interested, let's do that next time, maybe, and we can have a more direct discussion. That would be nice. What do you say? The control system? Yeah, I think also I control together with the gesture. I think that's also in this quality a game-changing element. But is it a game changer or not? I think yes. In combination with the visionOS and the whole idea of a spatial computing platform, together with universal scene description as a core format. But I leave it to you guys how you understand it and see it. I think that's just the first point of contact, and we have to see how the device feels and how we get into it. But exciting, and I'm looking forward to discuss with you more and maybe to a live discussion next time.